In this video, I'm sharing tips and resources to help you start your freelancing career. Starting with what skills to learn as a freelancer, websites to find freelance or contract work, other ways to generate income to support your business, how to use ChatGPT to optimize your business and brand, 2 services you can offer to skip the hourly rates, how to create SOPs for client onboarding, and how to improve your client experience with a new onboarding kit, which includes an intro, welcome, and offboarding packets. I also share what to add to your freelance website and what tools to use, so make sure to stay to the end. This is a combination of my freelancing videos, so check out the link in the description for the full list of resources mentioned in the videos. Today I'm going over the essential skills you need to stand out and stay ahead. You'll learn which skills to focus on, videos to watch, books and blogs to read, and even some free courses to take. Plus, I'll share some tips on how to apply these new skills. So whether you're freelancing or getting ready to jump back into the workforce after a layoff, you can use these skills to grow your personal and professional brand. Starting with sales and marketing, learning these skills will help you attract and keep clients and customers. There are different types of marketing, such as content, video, social media, and email marketing. There's branding, marketing strategy and planning, content strategy and planning, market research, so learning the customer's needs, pain points, and problems, data and analytics, so learning how to read the data so you can make improvements, and there's SEO. Resources for the marketing is the future on YouTube. There are courses on Google Analytics, YouTube Analytics, and any other platform that you use to track performance, like Instagram or Facebook. For SEO and analytics articles, there's the Ahrefs blog, and for books to check out, there's Building a Story Brand and One-Page Marketing Plan. For sales, you have Nurturing, Lead Generation, Client Management, Negotiation, and Sales Funnels. You can check out the sales category in HubSpot to learn more about these skills. For business operations, this is how you keep your business running smoothly. So from managing your finances to handling client relationships. So for financial management, you have finances, invoicing, taxes, bookkeeping, and accounting. And the following 3 platforms have blogs that you can read. So check out Bench, Wave Apps, and QuickBooks to learn more about these skills. For project management, there's time management, task management, and collaboration. And for administration, there's standard operating procedures, so creating templates to streamline your backend operations. You can check out articles from Asana, Atlassian, ClickUp, or read Systemology or Traction. For client management, there's customer experience, customer relationship management, customer service, and researching, so learning your clients' goals and pain points so you can help them reach their goals. For people management, this is when you start hiring and outsourcing your work, for example, virtual assistants or working with subcontractors. For networking, there's audience and community engagement and collaboration. For resources, there's a service category under HubSpot. There's also articles from Help Scout and Toggle. And to get more tips on working with clients, check out the blog from your CRM, for example, HoneyBook or Dubsado or Salesforce. Learning design and creative skills helps you communicate your message effectively, for example, using your website or videos to help you stand out. So you have a website, graphic and logo design, typography, user experience and user interface, video production, and presentation. And you can learn more about these skills on Canva. For a presentation, you can read the book Storytelling with You. Next is writing. So the more you improve your writing skills, the better you can connect with your audience. So you have content creation, copywriting and copy editing, storytelling, script writing, and proofreading. For resources, there's copyhackers.com and copybloggers.com, and a newsletter called Write with AI. You can also use the Storytelling with You book for this section. Next is knowing your way around tech, which will be super helpful to your brand, whether it's AI, automation, or data. It's about making your work easier and smarter by improving your systems and processes. So you have AI, SaaS or software tools, automation, and other areas like security, data and analytics, web or app development. To learn about AI, security, data and analytics, and development, you can check out Free Code Camp website or on YouTube. And for Zapier, you'll find articles on SaaS, software, and automation. I got this idea from this video on how to be a digital marketer with no experience. and turn this into a T-shaped freelancer. Using myself as an example, I have a background in accounting, project management, administration, and client management. From freelancing, I learned a few skills in the marketing and designing areas, and I'm specializing in video marketing, data and analytics for the marketing, and on the tech side, the AI, SaaS and software implementation, automation, and separately data and analytics for personal projects. And I'm always improving my writing and presentation skills. And with all that information, ChatGPT will come in handy for this. So you don't have to learn everything. You learn the fundamentals and learn what's related to the area you're specializing in by doing a deep dive. And you do that by applying the 80-20 rule so you don't spend too much time researching. So in ChatGPT, you plug in all your info, so your skills and experience and background. And then with this prompt, using the 80-20 rule, create a structured 7-day plan or 6-week learning plan about this topic, focusing on these subtopics, and suggest free resources like YouTube videos, websites, courses, or blog posts to learn about this topic. And then you also add your current skill level, your main goal, your learning style, and your availability. So with your customized roadmap, you can focus on the most important skills, and you can also find courses on Allison, HubSpot, and Coursera. You can apply or implement what you learned by volunteering. So if you have project management skills, UX, UI, digital marketing, or website design skills, you can volunteer for 48and48.org, Catchafire, or Taproot. Then you can add those skills and projects to your resume, portfolio, or services. In this video, I'm sharing 13 websites to find freelance and contract work. Starting with built-in, you'll find copywriter, ad specialists, gaming writers, editors, designers, and managers. Next up is Remotive. Well, you'll find roles for writers, editors, developers, and designers. Next is Working Nomads, with work for writers, editors, engineers. Next is We Work Remotely, where you'll find contract jobs for data entry, managers, customer support, admin, engineers, and writers. For Well-Found, you set up a profile, and once you set up a profile, you can find contract work by checking the filters and checking contract. You'll find Google Ad specialists, engineers, and roles for managers. For LinkedIn, you can put freelance in quotes or search for contract roles under job type. And in the results, you'll find writers, recruiters, managers, proofreaders, engineers. If you start to see the same companies over and over, you can add a dash and the company name so they won't show up in results. Also, make sure to set it as most recent so there won't be any promoted posts. If you have a profile on LinkedIn, you could become a service provider and promote your services within your profile. For Skip the Drive, you'll find roles for animators, developers, illustrators, and video editors. The next one is Jobspresso, where you can find contract and freelance work. So sales, managers, UX researchers, designers, customer service reps. One tip is to set up the RSS feed for these websites so you can get alerts sent to you. You can use Feedly for your RSS reader or within your browser, for example, a Brave browser. For the next 3, apply as a contractor or freelancer and set up a profile to start accepting clients. On Remote Panda, you'll find roles for designers, AI experts, engineers, and developers. For Upwork, you can create a service so clients can find you. For example, presentation design, UX UI, or website design. For Contra, you can find roles for animators, designers, developers, and editors. And the last 2 is for YouTube professionals. So if you're a designer, editor, or producer, check out ytjobs.co or yt.careers. And lastly, for the last resource, this comes from the Freelance Gig. You can find websites for marketing, sales, audio, video, tech, design, coding, and finance. Having one source of income is not cutting it anymore. I know from experience that when you lose that one source, you're SOL if you don't have a backup plan. So today I'm sharing 5 ways to get paid without being monetized on YouTube. Starting with subscriptions, memberships, and donations. With sites like Buy Me a Coffee, Ko-fi, Patreon, and Substack, your subscribers can support you through donations, so one-time payment, and subscriptions, whether it's monthly or yearly. You can sell products, which I'll go over later on. If you have a podcast, you can set up subscriptions through Substack, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and you can go on each platform to start accepting payments from there. You can provide perks like bonus content like videos or episodes. Some ideas for memberships are a resource library, workshops, office hours, webinars, and ad-free content. The next idea is to try affiliate marketing, so partnerships, referrals, affiliate programs and networks, or marketplaces. Examples of this are Amazon Associates, Impact, CJ Affiliate, ShareASale, Partner Stack, and you sign up as a partner and then use the referral links on your blog or website, like on your resources page or Pinterest. When somebody clicks on the link and buys a product from these sites, you get a commission of up to 10%. You can also get commissions from companies like Notion, SiteGround, and Bluehost. If you sign up with HoneyBook or Dubsado, for example, new customers get a discount with your referral link. You can set up the accounts, add your preferred payment methods like PayPal or your bank account, and you'll start receiving payments, usually at the end of the month, depending on the company. When you share these links, remember to add a disclaimer, mention it in the video or in the description, or add a hashtag ad or a hashtag affiliate if you post it on social media. Another way to get paid is through ads and sponsors. You can add these to your blog posts or any piece of content. For example, on your podcast, you can mention it in the beginning or the middle that this episode is sponsored by such and such company. Selling digital products is the next one. Examples are online courses like Crash Course or a step-by-step guide for the DIY folks. You can sell templates from Notion, Asana, Kajabi, or create ready-to-use social media posts from Canva. There are also ebooks, workbooks, and stock photos. You can sell your products on your website, Shopify, Etsy, Buy Me a Coffee, WooCommerce if you use WordPress, PayHip, Gumroad, and Udemy or Teachable. And the last way to get paid is to provide a service. But first, a key takeaway from an article from Daily Item says 3.2 million millennials, so ages 28 to 43, are turning to freelancing, contracting, or consulting as a side gig, and that's a rise of 60% since 2019. So this is a perfect time to launch your services and gain extra income. So the first way to monetize your skills is the usual way with coaching, training, or consulting, and contracting. For subcontracting, this is where the client pays you and then you hire a specialist like a WordPress designer to do the work. If you want to step away from hourly work, VIP days and productized services allow you to earn more, streamline your workflow, and avoid burnout. So no more selling your time by the hour, no more proposals or customizing every project for each client, and no more late payments. You can speed up the onboarding process, finish the project faster if your workflow is streamlined, and then move on to the next project. The first service is the VIP day, a one-day intensive service where you can deliver a specific outcome or solution in a day, instead of having projects drag on for weeks or months. This is also known as a day rate or book my day. This entire day, you're focusing on one client and one project. So working 3 to 7 hours for a flat fee. For example, you can launch a website, sales page, or podcast all in a day. This service is sort of like offering a rough draft or minimum viable solution quickly. VIP days don't have to be high price packages like productized services, just the essentials. You can book as many projects as you can handle and have a waitlist if you're fully booked. And you can also offer discounts for returning clients, whether it's a half day or a full day. A productized service is a pre-packaged, repeatable offering sold like a product. These are done-for-you services with a fixed rate delivered with a streamlined workflow. Clients know exactly what they're getting and how much it costs, just like with Netflix or Spotify's monthly subscriptions. Examples of a productized service include WordPress support, video or podcast editing, SEO audits, social media or content packages. If you're ready to create your own VIP day or productized service, start by figuring out your client's biggest pain points, then define the scope of work you can deliver consistently. How will you take them from point A, which is the first contact, to point Z, the outcome? Create a process or a framework for this, like a 5-step framework you can repeat each time. And then lastly, set your pricing. For this, I recommend watching this video to help with pricing, or you can grab the Productized Service Guide to figure out how to create and price your services. You can also try this calculator from Milo to figure out your rates. Also, because you don't want to use your social security number when working with clients, head over to irs.gov to set up an EIN and use that instead. Start with beta pricing if the service is new, and once you have some experience, make sure to update your workflow, sales page, and adjust the price. Once you figure out your packages and prices, it's time to promote it. On your website, your sales page should answer, who's this service for, what is it, how long does it take, what are the benefits, and what are the next steps. So does the client fill out an application or schedule a call? On the blog, mention your services at the end of each blog post. For YouTube, you can add a featured video on your channel or create a Work With Me playlist with case studies, testimonials, or a video sales letter. Add a link to the services page, video, or playlist in the description, and also promote your services in your videos like a mini ad. For Pinterest, design a graphic and link it to your sales page, or you can add the YouTube video. For your newsletter, add a Here's How to Work With Me section at the end of your emails. You can also list your services on third-party platforms like Contra or Upwork. You can set up a referral program for your products and services. Similar to affiliate links, your customers' clients share their referral links, which attracts more attention and pays both you and the customer. You can create social media posts or pins with a caption to give to them, and they can use that with their link, so they can publish it on their social media profiles. Another tip is to set up a freelancer profile to promote your services on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Contra, or Wellfound if you want to work with startups. You could also create an ad on Craigslist and add a service on LinkedIn. You could promote your services on YouTube, on your podcast, newsletter, and social media to generate or attract leads. One way to promote on YouTube is to publish a video sales letter, testimonial, case study, or portfolio project and use that as a featured video. Another way is to create a Work With Me playlist. This video or playlist will be the first thing people see when they check out your channel. Don't forget to add the video or playlist as a call to action for your other videos. In this video, I'll share some AI prompts you can use for your business and brand. These prompts can be used in ChatGPT or any AI tool, so you can save some time with content creation, copywriting, project planning, and more. Before we get to the prompts, here are some tips to help you get personalized results instead of generic responses. First tip is to customize your settings. You click the profile here and then customize settings. So you don't have to repeat yourself in every new chat. Add the following to the top box. For what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? Add, I'm your role specializing in my audience is, and I help them do this by doing this. So they can, and then add your benefit. And then you fill out, and then I write about, talk about, create, and build. I use this tone to make things engaging, entertaining, enjoyable for my audience. Or you can use your learning style like, I learn better with visuals, such as tables, charts, or videos. Also, step-by-step guides and frameworks. For the next box, in the how would you like ChatGPT to respond, you add keep it simple and straight to the point, avoid jargon, filler words, or buzzwords, or you could add whatever tone you would like to use. For example, use conversational tone, and then save changes. You can use your old content as a guide, so it can write like you. So social media posts, transcripts, and blog posts. Paste the text in the message box and then ask it to analyze the text and replicate these elements in the responses. Then you can add that to the settings in the first box. The next tip is to use formulas and frameworks. You can use a combination of any of these to personalize the responses. So there's task, using the action verbs. So rewrite, rephrase this paragraph, create a 5-minute video outline or a structured learning plan, analyze data, or create a report. Then there's a role, so act as a copywriter, designer, project manager. And then for format or output, you would put a number list table with a list of the following columns that you'd like to add to the table. Comma-separated lists for SEO. For goal, you would write your goal is to accomplish this in 3 months. And for example, you can share an article, copy and paste the article, or share a link to a YouTube video or a link to your website as an example. For structure, you can use the STAR method or any of these marketing formulas like ADA, PASTOR. For tone and style, you can use friendly, conversational, educational, neutral, or encouraging. For the audience, it could be beginner, expert, YouTubers over a certain age. And for tools, any tools that you're using for this project. For constraints, you can add any limitations that you have, such as keep it under a certain number of characters or summarize it in less than 500 words. You can combine these formulas with the following use cases. So under content creation, you can use the 80-20 rule to create a 6-week learning plan about a certain topic, or write about a step-by-step guide to optimize blog posts. And then there's content ideas, such as a 30-day calendar for whatever platform you're using. Copywriting, you create a one-page website for a freelancer using the StoryBrand framework. For digital products, you can create a course outline for your audience. Under marketing and engagement, there's marketing plans. So marketing plans for introverts, or a marketing plan using the one-page marketing plan book, where you can use reply to this comment for writing YouTube comments. And under freelancing and business operations, you can create case studies, portfolio ideas for new designers, checklists to speed up your process for a certain tool, automation ideas for Zapier, write a step-by-step SOP or standard operating procedures for onboarding process, and customer experience. You can map out the customer journey for a new client onboarding process. And lastly, for project management, you can create a project plan template for a web design project. Going back to the service offerings earlier, if you're not sure what to offer, take your skills and knowledge you've gained from school or work and your strengths and passions, and then create something for a specific audience. For example, if you have a background in marketing, you can offer services to YouTubers as a content manager. So take inventory and list your experience, background skills, certifications, tools, and software you're familiar with, your passions, past reviews from bosses and coworkers, testimonials from clients or customers, and then add it to ChatGPT to come up with ideas on what to offer so you can find your unique selling point, which will help you stand out from the competition. So after you add all your details in the chat, you end it with, based on this information, what are some services I can offer as a freelancer? Now it's time to work on the most essential system you need as a freelancer, service provider, or consultant, and that's the client workflow. In the book Systemology, it's called the Critical Client Flow, or CCF. This CCF system outlines the high-level steps in the lead generation and client onboarding process. For example, Flow, I'm using a revised version of the CCF for the VIP Day service. First thing is to note your target client. For this example, this is a VIP launch day, new podcasters, and the service is VIP Day. For attention, this is where your traffic is coming from, so YouTube. For inquiry, someone from YouTube watches your video, then clicks on a link in the description, which takes them to your sales page, where they'll fill out a form to start the process. Next, for sales and money, usually the CRM, like HoneyBook or Dubsado, takes care of this. Once you review the application, you'll send out an intro packet if you're interested in working with this potential client. They'll schedule a call, and if you both decide to work with each other, you send out a contract and an invoice. Once the contract is signed and the invoice is paid, this is when the onboarding process starts. You send them a welcome packet, a link to the client portal and project management tool, and then you schedule a kickoff session to start the project. For this example, your VIP Day timeline could be a 2-week process where you go back and forth with the client, gather all the things you need for launch day, which is the delivery. So this is where you work however many hours to set up the podcast for your client. Once that's done, you move on to the post VIP Day. So you send them the offboarding packet. If support is included in your service, they can reach out to you via email, Voxer, or continue in the client portal. After some time passes, you reach out to them in the month or so to get a testimonial and feedback, and also any referrals for other potential clients that may be interested in working with you. And then there's resell and upsell for returning clients, and monthly support like content management for the podcast. So in Systemology, there's a 7-step plan to follow. but since we're working solo, I'll skip some steps. The first step is to define, which we did with the CCF. Also identify the tools and software you'll use in this flow. Skipping step 2, which is assign. Step 3 is extract. And here's where you will record and document your process. A pro tip here is use the same tools to record your videos and podcasts. So if you're using Riverside or the script, you can record the screen while you're performing the task. For example, in the onboarding section of the workflow, you can talk and walk through the process of adding the client into the portal and project management tool. A simple talk and walkthrough you can record is step 1, log into Asana. Step 2, click to copy the project template. Step 3, rename it to the client's name. Step 4, customize the template. Step 5, copy the link and add it to the welcome email to give access to the client. And step 6, and so on and so on. So the next step is to organize in step 4. Now, once you're done recording, you could take that video and transcript and paste it into a new Google Doc. You'll need to format it by adding headings and bullet points. Instead of using Riverside or the script, you can use the voice typing feature in Docs while you screen share. You do that by using Control-Shift and S, or click voice typing under Tools in the menu. Now that you have your workflow for the system, you can follow the same steps with the other SOPs to create a library in Google Drive. In the library, include all your SOPs, video walkthroughs, scripts to use like a welcome email after booking, an SOP list, and an SOP template to reuse. Here's an example SOP template, and you can fill out all this information and then use the @ symbol to add a link to the video or document. You can do the same thing here to add a related document, like if this is a client onboarding process, add a link to the client offboarding process. This is a SOP list where you can list all your SOPs and a link to each SOP here, or you can do it in Google Sheets to do the same. If you're not sure what system to add, this video here from CEO Entrepreneur talks about the 5 essential SOPs you need. Now in the organize phase, the next thing to do is to add the link to your project management tool for the checklist and to automate recurring activities. We're skipping step 5 and step 6 and moving on to optimize. You're never done with this workflow, so you need to monitor and improve as you go. You might have to update a process after receiving client feedback. Maybe a tool you use removed a specific feature, or now that you have some money coming in, you want to switch to another CRM. Either way, schedule the time every quarter to review and improve your processes. And when the time comes and you're ready to hire a subcontractor, like a virtual assistant or a sales rep, go through the systemology phases we skipped. So assign, integrate, and scale. In this video, I shared over 50 free and low-cost tools for business owners, but here's a quick list of recommended tools. Google Docs and Drive for file management, Notion, Asana, or ClickUp for project management, and you can integrate Google Docs and Drive in these for quick and easy access to screen record, the script, Riverside, or whatever tool that includes transcripts. If you're not using a CRM, you can use Zapier to automate these activities, and also use a password manager to give access to certain tools to give to your subcontractors. Thinking about ways to impress new leads and clients from inquiry to offboarding? In today's video, you'll learn what to include in your new client onboarding kit. Stay to the end and I'll show you how to create yours easily. Starting with intro packet, also known as the services and pricing guide or getting started guide. When a new lead reaches out and you want to make a great first impression, you send them this packet after they fill out the lead capture form. This packet helps them learn more about you, how you work, and what to expect before, during, and after working together. Sending an intro packet also helps you skip the back and forth emails by bundling up the most important info they need to know. In your intro packet or info packet, you could include the following: a welcome note and a thank you note for showing interest and reaching out. For the price list, include your service offerings, what's included in the service, and optional add-ons. For the process, let them know how to get started, how you'll take them from point A to Z, and mentioning only the steps they're involved in, what they get and when, and what you need from them and when. Add your portfolio to show off your best work, share your case studies related to this project, and testimonials. For payment info, include payment options if you have payment plans, cancellation fees, late fees, and rush fees. In the FAQs, Answer the most common questions from prospects or clients, like what's not included, how you stay in touch, or specific tools you use. And for the call to action, this is on the last page or a section. You tell them the next steps to get started if they're interested in working with you. So to schedule a discovery call or qualification call, you'll add a link to your Calendly. Here's a cheat sheet for your discovery calls. Some example questions you can ask are, how did you find us? What are your top 3 goals for this project? Who's your audience and competitors? How you know this project is successful, the time frame, budget, and any additional questions you want to ask them. So after the discovery call, you send them the proposal, and here's what to include in your proposal. In the intro section, you have a welcome and thanks. In the description of what's in the proposal, an overview, so a summary of the project, what's the project, who's it for, why they contacted you, why they need to do this project now, and the problem you're solving. For the needs, this is the info you gathered from the discovery call. So all the information you learned about them from that call. Solutions, you tell them about your service and its benefits in simple terms, so no tech talk or jargon. Project details, so the goals of the project, purpose, the start and end date, what to expect in each phase or week, like week 1 is discovery phase. Screenshots of your past work, case studies, and testimonials, plus the price or investment. And then for the FAQs, you can address any objections that they may have, and also what's not included in the project to avoid scope creep. In the call to action or next steps, if they're interested, they'll click to accept the proposal. So you can use Dropbox Sign to e-sign and link them to Wave or Stripe to pay the deposit, or they can send you an email if they have any questions. For the terms and agreement, you'll add what you both agree on, so responsibilities from both parties, payment terms, late fees, and cancellation fees. Once the contract is signed and the invoice is paid, you can now send a welcome packet to bring your new client on board and let them know the who, what, when, where, and why, and how to get things done so there are no surprises. You can think of this as a personalized intro packet with all the essential details they need to know, such as the project start and end date, who's working on this project, or who might be reaching out to them, like a virtual assistant, what to do next. For example, schedule a kickoff call or fill out a questionnaire, how to contact you, and what you'll need from them. In your welcome packet, include a thank you and welcome note, give them a short summary about the project, outline the package and what's included, plus the launch info. In the communication section, how you communicate and when, so email or call, and share your office hours. Let them know how to schedule calls and share your contact info for you and your team. For a process, you outline your process, break down by phase or milestone, so what to do and when, and the end result or goal for each phase. Include a checklist and guide, and also ask for the account login. Share the links to the shared folder, client portal, and project management tool. Give them tips and how-tos, like how to give you feedback and how to use a specific tool that you're using. In the FAQs, include info about making payments, the due dates, cancellation fees, and what happens if no contact or no show. And then the next steps is the client's homework, so they will schedule a kickoff call with you or complete a questionnaire. My number 1 tip to create the best client experience during the project is to keep in touch with weekly updates and reminders of what's due on their end and what you're working on next. Once the client has approved the finished product and paid the final balance, you send them a goodbye packet, also known as the thank you packet, exit packet, or launch guide. For example, if you're launching a WordPress website, this will be a guide for how to use their new website. So you gather all the deliverables, share tips and tutorials, and other resources they'll need, and bundle it all up in one packet to minimize the back and forth. This is also a perfect time to ask for feedback, get a testimonial to share on your website and social media, and any other products or services you may offer. Or ask for a testimonial after a month or so, depending on the project or case studies. Remember to schedule a reminder to follow up later. In your goodbye packet, include the thank you note, a congrats to the client, and explain the purpose of this packet. For the details, list all the important info and everything you've created by sharing a link to the shared folder or any account logins if you created a new account for them. Include tutorials and guides like video walkthroughs, troubleshooting tips. If post support is included in your package, let them know how they can get in touch. If you can, set up a support email. For resources, include recommended articles and books related to growing their business, tools to use. Here you can add your affiliate links or resources page. You can refer them to other service providers. For example, if they need a virtual assistant, a logo designer, or coaching. In the survey section, here's where they can leave feedback on your service and process and testimonials. Here's a template you can use from herbusiness.com. I approached your name because your name helped me buy. The result was, one thing I liked was I found the experience, and I will recommend your name to people who need your service. For upselling, remind them about your other offerings like ongoing support, retainer services, consulting, subscription or membership library, and any discount codes if available. You could include a referral program. Here's where you'll introduce them to your program so they can tell their friends about your business. And you close out with a thank you note and their next steps, like follow you on social media, subscribe to your channel or email list. And this is optional, but you can send a gift card as a thank you for working with you, like an Amazon gift card or branded gift. To create these packets, you can try Canva, Google Docs, Google Slides, or find a template on Etsy or Creative Market. In Dubsado, there are forms, and HoneyBook has brochures. Another way to create it, though, is in Notion. It's free to use, easy to create, and you can build a Notion template once, then duplicate it, customize it, publish, and share it with your new lead or client, and they'll be able to view it on any device. You can also use Notion as a CRM and client portal, so everything will be in one spot. Add links or embed other tools like Tally for lead capture forms or questionnaires, videos, links to Google Docs and Drive where they can see a preview of the file. You can add widgets from Endify. If you're a designer, you can add a Figma board. There's also checklists, calendars, which can sync to your Google Calendar, graphs or progress bars for tracking project timeline. In this video, you'll learn how to plan your website and the essential questions to answer on each page. Starting with goals, think about what are your goals for the website. For example, schedule a call, grow your email list, increase traffic, generate leads to a sales page, brand awareness, or increase sales. Then, what problems you solve, who you want to work with, how to go from point A to point B, and what's in it for them. Next is the home page. You start off with the headline. I help the ideal client do, become, get the end goal so they can and the benefit. Another one to use, I help audience with their goals or struggles by solutions. So for your homepage, make sure you answer who you are, what do you do, who you help, the benefit of working with you, testimonials, and the next step to take, either a sales page, blog, or about page. For your about page, this is the same as the home page, but also tell them about the person behind the brand. So you add your personal story, skills, and experience that brought you here, doing what you do now, who do you want to help, and what sets you apart from others. You can add a picture of your face, your beliefs, values, and passions, call to action, and this is optional, but fun facts below that to add some personality. For the services page, you list all your offerings here, and those lead to a separate sales page for each service. On the sales page, you answer what do you do, who's it for, who do you want to work with, how you help them be great, how long the process takes, and how much it costs. You can use starting at prices for here, like starting at $700. Plus the benefits of working with you, outline the process, and this could be a 3-step process: the inquiry, what happens during the project, and what happens after. And you have the FAQs, so the common questions you get asked by your clients and customers, any myths or assumptions. You can list the payment methods you accept. Also add your testimonials from clients, link to your portfolio. Also add the buttons throughout the page, so starting at the top and in the middle and at the bottom of the page. And this button leads to an application or hire me form or a calendar to schedule a call. On your application, the form should have the name, email, the URL link to their business page or social media, space for them to ask questions and give details about the project. This is optional, but you can have a drop down to choose a budget, and also they can share how they found you, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or word of mouth. If you use HoneyBook or Dubsado, you can add your form here. For the portfolio, here's where you add your projects and case studies. If you're familiar with the STAR method from job interviews, you can use that here. So the situation could be the details about the project, who's the client, what do they do, what goals and struggles they had before working with you. And then the task is what was your job, the solution and the service you provided. The action is how you handled it, the process to solve their problem. I would avoid any jargon or buzzwords here. And then your result. So what was the end result? And you can share a link to the demo site or the project, basically showing off the finished product. You can have photos of before and after and the testimonial. And don't forget the call to action, which links to the service. For the content, this will be for your blog or podcast. The blog, of course, you'll have blog posts. For your podcast page, you'll have an about section where they can listen to your podcast, a link to sign up to your email list, a podcast player, all the posts below that. For each separate post, you could add your YouTube video or audio with the transcript, images to break up the text, and a newsletter form to subscribe to an email list. For legal, remember to add the privacy policy, the terms page, and its disclosure notice if you're using any affiliate links. Some general tips for the whole website. The first one is using one H1 header on your page. Use subheadings and images to break up blocks of text. Make sure your images have alt text. Using bullet lists is another way to break up text. Make sure your text is aligned to the left and not justified or right aligned. Make sure the text is easy to read with the font style, size, and the color. Check the spelling on each page. Make sure your page loads fast by checking pagespeed.web.dev. Make sure you have a clear navigation menu and avoid random names. Just stick to blog for the blog, services for the services page. Check broken links and buttons, and make sure all the contact and the newsletter forms work. So you don't start from scratch, use the following to speed up the process. You can use templates and themes that's available on WordPress, page builders, like Elementor or Beaver Builder, or Squarespace or Kajabi. You can use the templates, the ready to use templates, and customize and add your copy. And don't forget to check the website from a private tab or on mobile, like your phone or a tablet, to make sure it's responsive. If you can't find the perfect one, use the themes and the templates for inspiration. Take what you like from those designs and create your own design using the drag and drop builders. For example, Generate Press has a site library with templates you can use for all types of industries. Use the Story Brand framework to help you organize your thoughts and focus on what makes you unique so you can connect with your audience. You can use this framework on your homepage or sales and services page or landing pages. Cheat code for this is to use ChatGPT. So you answer the questions in the beginning about what you do, how you help, and then ask ChatGPT to create a homepage or a sales page using the Story Brand book as the framework. You can use it as a guide for brainstorming and when you want to clarify your message. If you need help with your sales page, there's Sales Page in a Day, where you answer the prompts and put it all together using one of the 3 template styles. You have the Classic for new offers, Proven for those who have social proof and testimonials, and then the Game Changer for those who made major transformations for their clients and customers. Also check out Milanote. When you create a new board, you can use one of their templates like the website plan, mood board, design brief, or sitemap. Today I'm sharing blogs to follow and YouTubers to subscribe to if you're a creator or freelancer. Starting with Copyblogger and Copy Hackers, you'll find articles on AI tools and productized services. You'll also learn how to write better content that grabs the reader's attention and converts them into clients or customers. For HubSpot and Buffer, you can stay up to date with marketing trends and strategies to grow your business and brand, including articles on AI, social media, and small business. The next 4 are for all types of freelancers. You'll find advice and insights on how to succeed as a freelancer on a freelance gig. With Freelancers Union, you get access to resources and support including taxes, legal, and finance. You can check out the resources page, which includes health insurance, tax center, and helping you manage student loans. There's also virtual and local events you can attend to connect with other freelancers. On Fiverr Workspace, you find articles on dealing with taxes, being a digital nomad, and how to manage clients and projects. With Milo, you'll find advice on money management, client management, plus software reviews. There's also a YouTube channel you can follow, which leads me to my next section. For freelancing tips, check out Guiding Creatives, Latasha James. To become a better YouTube creator, there's Ali Abdal, who also has tips on how to be productive and make passive income. Same with Daya. There's also Colin Michael with lots of videos on how to edit your YouTube videos. Same with Creator Booth with tips on how to grow your channel and business. April Lynn has videos for beginner YouTubers. And the last one is for designers. Follow Flux Academy for tips on graphic and web design. In today's video, I'm sharing over 50 services that can help you manage your projects, collaborate with clients, organize your files, and more, going from free to up to $40 a month. Starting with project and client management tools. These tools will help you automate your client onboarding process, track projects, contracts, and payment processes. There's Dubsado, HoneyBook, 17 Hats, Asana, ClickUp, HubSpot, Teamwork, Indie, and Fiverr Workspace. There's also Notion and Streak CRM for Gmail. You can use the following extensions or tools for contracting and money management, such as EverSign, Sign Easy, Dropbox Sign. For money management, which handles invoicing and accepting payments, there's Wave Apps, Square, Stripe, PayPal for Business, QuickBooks Self-Employed, and Zoho Books. For business banking, you can get debit cards and manage your taxes with Lily, Novo, and Found. For time tracking and scheduling, there's Cal.com, Calendar, TidyCal, ToggleTrack, Harvest, Pomelo App, Clockify, Calendly, and Notion Calendar. For Notion Calendar, if you use Notion for content creation, you'll be able to see your scheduled posts from here, plus any Zoom meetings or your personal calendar, like Google Calendar. For collaboration and communication, there's Slack, Google Meet, Zoom, Fireflies, and use this to transcribe and summarize the meetings on Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, Salesforce, HubSpot, Slack. You can also integrate it with Google Calendar, Outlook, Zapier, Dropbox, Trello, and Notion. Other tools you can use are Voxer, Trello, Cage, Monday.com, Notion, Dropbox Paper, which is included with your Dropbox account. For forms, there's Tally, and this is what I use for contact forms on my website. And there's also Google Forms. For email management, there's Google Workspace and Streak CRM for Gmail. To work with clients, there's Upwork, Fiverr, Contra. I couldn't find a price for this one, but there's a free version that comes with a portfolio, invoicing, contracting, and project management. There's also WellFound for tech startups, Craigslist, LinkedIn services, and you will use this just like you're setting up a open to work banner from your profile page. For file organization, documentation, and backup, there's Google Drive, Dropbox, Evernote, Notion, and Backblaze. You will use this to back up all your computer files. Once you install the software, it will run in the background for you. For workflow automation, you can speed up your workflow with Zapier, Make, and If This Then That. These tools integrate with Slack, Dropbox, MailChimp, and more. For browser extensions, there's Go Full Page, which takes a screenshot of the full page of the website that you're on. There's Print Friendly. You can download the PDF version of any web page. And then there's Grammarly to improve your writing. The extension is free, but to get the premium features, you will need the $12 a month plan. For security and protection, there's Mullvad and NordVPN for VPNs, and for password managers, there's Bitwarden and 1Password. To showcase your portfolio, projects, and services, you have Notion sites. You can create a site just like you're using Notion, and you can just publish it to the web. There's Milanote, which is what I'm using now, Figma, Card. Before I set up my WordPress website, this is what I use for a one-page website. There's also Squarespace and WordPress. And the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org is .com is a hosted service and it handles the updates and backups for you, versus .org is self-hosted, so you choose your web host and you also update and back up your website. For web and domain hosting, there's Namecheap, which offers domains and WordPress hosting, SiteGround, Bluehost, And to check what's available with domains and social media profiles, there's Namecheck. For content management and writing tools, there's Notion, Asana, ClickUp, Google Docs, Evernote, Workflowy, Grammarly, Power Thesaurus, and Google Keep. For email marketing, there's Substack, and you can use this for emails with unlimited subscribers, videos, podcasts, blogs, plus connect with your audience through notes, chats, and comments. There's also MailerLite, ConvertKit, Beehive, and Podia. For graphic design, there's Affinity Designer, Photo, or Publisher, and they're having a deal right now where it's 50% off, or you can sign up for a 6-month trial. There's also Canva and Adobe Express. For recording and editing your videos and podcasts, there's the Script, Riverside, OBS, ScreenPal, Canva, CapCut, and DaVinci Resolve. For royalty-free music, stock photos, and videos, there's Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash, Shopify, Mixkit, Upbeat, Yarn, and Giphy. To schedule your social media posts, if your social media app doesn't have in-app scheduling, you can use Buffer, Planoly, or CoSchedule. To sell digital products, subscriptions, and memberships, there's Buy Me a Coffee, Ko-fi, Substack, Patreon, Gumroad, WooCommerce for WordPress, PayHip, Card, ConvertKit, Koji, StanStore, and Podia. To learn new skills, try Udemy, YouTube, Allison, Coursera. There's also free Codecamp. And to volunteer your services and add these projects to your portfolio, there's Taproot, Catchafire, and 48 and 48. I volunteered before with 48 and 48. This is sort of like a hackathon where you work with nonprofits to build a WordPress website in a weekend. So if you have digital marketing, UX or UI, WordPress designing skills, or copywriting skills, you can sign up at 48and48.org to become a volunteer. And last but not least, there's AI tools to speed up your workflow with ChatGPT, and you can add extensions like Perplexity, Harper AI, or Keywords Everywhere. If you use YouTube for generating leads and inbound marketing, watch this video here to create your content creation workflow. Or if you're ready to create your digital product, watch this video to learn how to come up with ideas using ChatGPT.